Ladies and gentlemen, Anna Quindlen! Okay, so now we're in the 90s. You're 40, which is more or less the age I am now. You won a Pulitzer. So tell us about the phone call. Tell us about the day you got to get it. You know, let us live vicariously through that.
At 3 o'clock, I don't know how they do it now, but at 3 o'clock the telephone rang and my assistant said, Western Union is on the phone. And I picked up the phone and this woman said, this is Western Union calling. I think it was from Las Vegas. From Las Vegas, Nevada, to read you the following telegram, which you will get in its physical form tomorrow. The trustees of Columbia University are proud to inform you, are happy to inform you that you have been awarded the Pulitzer Prize for commentary. This is wonderful!
Just asleep at the wheel, dude. Oh my God, who are you?
But the very best, and then of course, you know, I immediately called my husband. It happened to be our wedding anniversary. He was coming in anyhow to have dinner, so he came in and had dinner. He told the kids, and then the next morning when I saw the kids, it turned out that Maria, who was 4, thought I had won something called the Pulla Sursprise. Surprise!
It's Pulla!
But the very best part was when I called my dad's house and his wife, I said, can I talk to him? And his wife said, he's driving around in the truck listening to news radio because every 20 minutes they lead with a story. And that was pretty great.
The big Q.
Yeah, the big Q.
So this is what Anna sent me after she read The Middle Place. She wrote this like short little email with your email address that's like so obvious. It's like Anna Quindlen at AOL or something. I mean, it just came through. I was like, really? You don't have like a disguise email? And but you said, I just read your book, and I had a dad just like yours.
Yeah.
I had the big Q, and
Yeah.
never met a stranger.
Yeah, yeah.
So those 90s were sort of an interesting time because on the one hand, we were learning about date rape was becoming this thing that people were more aware of. Then there's single white female and like the psycho nanny stories. Then there's men are from Mars, women are from Venus. And then the OJ trial. So it's like for every sort of eye-opening thing, for everything that's making you think differently about yourself as a woman, there's something that's saying, no, nothing's really changing that much. So you got Hillary Clinton, and then you have like The Bodyguard, was this huge movie that everybody loved about pretty little bratty girl who gets saved by this dolt. Hope you're not tuned in on YouTube, Kevin. And also it's the decade of Angela's Ashes, which I loved so much, but when I think about it in terms of a book about women and that particular woman and how long suffering and how many hits she took. So is that just the way it's going to be, that it's just going to be 2 steps forward, 1 step back for women?
Yes, at least for the foreseeable future. I mean, look, progress always contains in it an element of pushback. But I think the important thing to remember, I've been asked so much on this tour about the war against women and the rolling back contraception and all that. And I keep saying to people, do not confuse Washington, D.C. with America. Do not ever do that. Mm-hmm. There's all of this kerfuffle going on in Washington, D.C., and it means exactly nothing in terms of the way we're living our day-to-day lives. Every once in a while they manage to pass some piece of legislation that looks like it means something, and then they water it down or they reverse it or the president vetoes it, and it doesn't mean anything. So I think in terms of the way we live our lives, I mean, my life is a 180 from my mother's life, both in terms of how I live and the expectations about how I live. And that's happening to women all over America, and as important, the men with whom they live and the men that they're raising as their sons assume that this is the way things are. And that's where real change happens. Real change happens in people's kitchens. It doesn't happen in Congress.
Yeah. I'd like to pause and thank you for kerfuffle.
Yeah. But now I've used it up. You see,
you can never say it again.
No, I can.
It's too special.
About once every couple of years. It's like flabbergast. When you use
Yeah,
flabbergast
it's way better
in a
than
column,
flabbergast.
you're like, okay, you can't use flabbergasted in a column again
Yeah.
for about 2 years.
I just use the word
Zeitgeist,
Yeah.
gone.
dastardly. I just
Dastardly.
use the word dastardly, and then I put it on a note card next to my desk to make sure that I didn't actually start using it constantly now, because I felt so in love with it when I was reunited with it.